think to start with, it comes from my parents, especially my mom. While growing up, playing different sports was very common in my household. To play carom, chess, Chinese checker, outdoor games with my mom was a very common phenomena at my house. My first competitor was always my mom. Since I can remember, I always wanted to beat my mom because she was better than me in almost all the sports. Till the time I was 13, I couldn't beat her because she didn't want to lose. So I think one of the reasons, big reasons why I do not like losing, no matter what game it is, comes from my mom. And I don't understand it. Like, why would you just play for fun? You know, they say participation is the key, which is all right after the game is done. Because that's all you can do. You can go and give your best, and whatever result comes, it's okay. Before the game, you don't want to lose. No one wants to lose. So, yeah, I feel the same about any game. A proper World Cup qualifiers or a normal table tennis game at the club. I feel the same for every game. A lot of army kids will probably understand. My father was away a lot. So whenever he came back, it was a gala time, a vacation, a festival. But most of the times, me and my sister, we both spend a lot of our time throughout the year with my mum, and she was brilliant. You know, and a lot of things, a lot of teachings, a lot of experiences, what we have got, the kind of way we have been shaped up, it's all because of our mum. If I have to tell you an anecdote, there were many that comes in my mind. My mum coming with me to the field because one day I complained that no one wants to come and play. In Delhi, you know it, Nanda, at around 3-4 p.m. in summers, it is impossible for people to come out. Loo chalta hai and it's not easy. So one day I was complaining that no one wants to play with me. My mum came out, and it was for the whole 10-15 days of the summer vacation where I and my mum used to play foot tennis with the ball, and that was amazing. At that time I thought it's okay, it's normal. But then when I look back, I realized that she didn't want me not to enjoy or do something just because of the fact that I don't have friends at that particular moment of time. So yeah, and it's just not once, Nanda, you know, playing volleyball or playing football with my mom when there was no one else was just common. Our jokes, I don't want to categorize, but our jokes and our pranks are a little bit more harsh and straight and over the edge in Delhi growing up. That's the kind of surrounding I was growing up. And also the fact that when I was playing with players who were a little bit senior than me. So I got a level of kind of pranks. So that was always a part of me. Now, because I'm surrounded with all the kids here in the team, I do it less. Now it's only few satires and few sarcasms. But I don't prank anyone because they're too young. But yes, the boys that you're talking about who remember me for my pranks are the ones of my teams before, and probably me, Stephen, were the main protagonists for all the pranks which went around in the national team. All of them are good boys, man. I was a little bit edgy. I don't think there is anyone who is that mischievous. But I see a spark in little Thapa. He has a good combination of being a little bit mischievous and smart. Because most of the times when you want to play a prank, you also have to be smart, not to cross the line. And I think in the younger generation, Anirudh has that. I didn't know this before. I've been seeing the kid for last 5 years in the national team, and slowly I realized that the boy is smart and as well as a prankster. Oh, it's been amazing. I think to play for the number of years that I've played for the country, to get the opportunity of representing a country for so many matches and so many years has been outstanding. I've always said this. It is beyond a dream, a wonderful journey, which of course wouldn't have been possible without my family, my friends, my wife, my close group, the players that I've played with, the coaches that I've trained under, the masters, the doctors. And I say this because all of them are equally important for whatever I've achieved, the number of years I've played for the country. It is, I remember once Bob Horton used to say that make sure you grasp everything and give your best for the national team, because your career for the national teams are not long enough. And he used to give an example, or time span of 10 years, that grasp it, make it yours. But now when I look back and I see the number of years I've spent and I got the opportunity to play for my country, is unbelievable. I cannot thank everyone, each and everyone who has helped me to reach here, and we're not standing there. There is nothing else that gives me happiness, like truly, than the fact that I play for my country. I was a proper backbencher when I came to the team. All my musketeers were behind me. Pradeep, Mehraj, I think Samir Naik was a senior, but he used to still sit with us. But Stephen, Pal used to come back, and Anwar was there, but he wasn't very mischievous. So our lot of me, Pradeep, Stephen, Pal, Mangi, we all were backbenchers. There were some big stars who used to sit in front. Bachchan Bhai was always at the front, and there was Randy Bhai, and there was Mahesh Bhai, Deepak Mandal. All of them used to sit in front. But we were behind, singing songs, making pranks, talking different stuff, stupid stuff, most of them. But slowly, as all my friends, all my colleagues kept leaving and new boys came in. A small example, I think just yesterday 2 kids came in, Gurpreet and Sandesh Jingan, and I was like, yeah, these 2 kids are good, they'll do well. And now those 2 are the main here, and they're Arjun awardees. That's how time flies, and then there are so many kids who call Sandesh Jingan Bhai, Gurpreet Bhai, and the one who's calling them Bhai is Udanta, and then there is a Suresh, Udanta Bhai, you know what I mean? So there are so many levels now. The only thing that I can say, thinking about all these things, is I'm quite fortunate that I'm still here and I still get a chance to play for my country. But yeah, the gap is huge now. I don't have anyone even close to my age and my era. But it's good. It's good to be around kids. It's good to be around young energy. They teach me a lot of times with different stuff, with their excitement, with their not giving too much about what's happening around them, being fearless. So yeah, I try to grasp whatever I can from this younger lot. Oh, a lot. And to be very, very honest, not only him, but all the seniors that I took name, Randy Bhai, Mahesh Da, Deepak Mandal, Climax Orange, Abhishek Yadav, Surkumar, Samir Naik, all of them. And I was very fortunate, I was very pampered, and because we're talking about Bachchan Da, one thing that I loved about him was how down to earth he was. We all knew who he was. We all knew he was our captain, the main guy, but he was so approachable. He himself made efforts to go and talk to each and every one of us. I still remember me, Stephen, Mangi, our group used to talk about the fact that how he's so easy. He'll come and share his experiences. He will tell us when we are going wrong, not only on the field but off the field. So I think, we were very well nourished as far as our seniors are concerned, which was led by Bachchan Da. But all of them were very kind, very helpful. They did tell us when we were wrong and told us in a very harsh way. Few of them, they had different ways of dealing with us, but all of them taught us so much, and no one better than Bachchan Da. I mean, he's amazing. And 2 days back I had a chat with him. I was telling him, and this is something very emotional. I was just telling him that I miss the old camp, purely because now I don't hang with anyone. I'm in my room only. And he told me, you know what, I understand exactly what you're going through. When I was about to retire, I felt the same thing. But the only advice that I'll give you is keep going until you are happy and motivated. Do not think anything else. And the day you think that it's not motivating enough and you're not happy, then you think about it. But right now, just enjoy and keep doing what you're doing. It was a good chat. So many things. That man was relentless. No matter what the score, who we are playing, he was relentless in the way he approached the game. His mentality was bulletproof. He was at it every game. The first challenge, the first tackle was always Bachchan Da. trying to fight for lost causes was always Baichunda. He was always, and when we as youngsters we saw that our captain, the most senior guy, is working so hard, it rubbed on us. So many games where we weren't technically good, but we still got the result is only because of the perseverance and the energy that Baichunda got to the whole team. He was. I keep telling all the young number 9s who I met all this while that they cannot be a better example of making sure that you do everything and work as hard as possible. He was. I don't think there's any other striker that I've played who was as hungry and as dedicated as he was. Now the youngsters are more aware, more knowledgeable, more prepared. And I know I'll get a message from Stephen and Paul for saying this, but I have to admit this, that the youngsters now have more information on their hands, and most of them, they use it properly. They are well prepared, and I'm not trying to compare or judge them as their skill or as their performance, but just the information in hand is way better now. It's way better. The kind of coaching at the club, at the country, the kind of awareness there's a huge difference. And the happy thing is, the good thing is, a lot of youngsters are using it properly. Well, there are a lot of things that they have to work, and they know this. The good part is they're all hungry. I think we can do much better with the ball. The technical aspect of the game where we can keep the ball and be confident with the ball. But I think that's me being a little bit harsh. The more games they play, the better it will be. As we talked today, Glenn Martin has 2 games under his belt. One was against Qatar and we were 10 men. Suresh has 3 games. Suhashi seems young to me. The only 2 guys who are quite experienced is Gurpreet and Sandesh. Manveer did well in the last year in the ISL, but he's also young. And there is Bipin who just came. So you know what I mean? It's a young team. But one criticism that I have of us, this team, is that we got to be a little bit more brave to ask the ball and keep the ball. I think it will come because working hard, keeping the shape and giving our best and the going and come back and making those runs, I think is a given now, everyone understands. But for us to go a level up, I think we have to be more comfortable with the ball, keep the ball and be confident and be brave. That's probably one thing that a lot of youngsters can work on. I think a lot of things, but 2 things that I can tell you is a lot of training and hunger. If you don't think that you're going to score, you will not score. Even if you are very talented, even if you have the skills, even if you have the hard work, even I'll go to the point, if you train also hard, but if you don't think and visualize that you're going to score, if the hunger is not there, you won't score. And if you take the example of all top scorers in our country or around the world, this will be a common aspect of the game, that they are hungry. They would want to score. They are losing, they will want to score. The team is winning 6-0, they will want to score. So I think there are a lot of attributes to become a goal scorer, a consistent goal scorer, but 2 things would be hunger and continuous training. It's difficult. It's difficult to remember. I would probably never forget the first goal that I scored against Pakistan at Balochistan. I probably will take that goal with me to the grave. The goal against Kyrgyzstan comes to my mind right now as I'm talking to you. Great ball by JJ. Also very important. It was important in the context of us qualifying for the Asia Cup. And because I spoke about the goal, the Myanmar goal comes in my head. Danta, what a moment. That's 3. I think the header against Johor in the semi-finals, we were 1-0 down and Eugene's ball, and I scored the header. It was 1-1, and that gives a lot of confidence. That goal comes to my mind, and can't think of any right now. Yeah, I think one against Oman that I scored. Not because of course it gave us 1-1. We were 1-1 back, but then we considered one more and we lost the game. But just the way I scored it. Yeah, those 5 goals.